I'm back. Welcome to Melissa's Musings. Is this number 76? I think it might be. I just wrote it and now I completely forgot. But I took a little bit of a hiatus. As many of you know, John and I were on our honeymoon last week. Super fabulous trip. Let me tell you a little bit about it as some of you trickle on in. So we, about 2 years ago when we started our business, we decided to offset our honeymoon and take it at a later time. We were like really focused on creating Steele San Diego Homes as our business and launching our business and moving forward in achieving a lot of our goals, and we did not take the time for honeymoon at that time. We used a lot of our wedding funds and the wedding gifts that we had gotten to basically jumpstart our business. So we prioritized at that time business versus personal. And now 2 years into our marriage, coming going into the third year, we're about to finish up our second year in business. August is 2 full years at Steele San Diego Homes. We decided at the beginning of this year that if we didn't take action and just book our honeymoon, it was likely never going to happen. We saw ourselves kind of slipping into that just defer and never take it, So we decided to hire a travel agent who did an exceptional job on planning our honeymoon, and we just took that honeymoon last week. It was so amazing, so needed, so relaxing, and much deserved. So all in all, the 7 days that we were away, the world did not crash and burn as I thought it might with our business. I was like, instead letting go of control. And this is actually going to be another video probably this week, allowing our assistant, our client relationship manager, to really step into her greatness while we were gone was an exceptional experience for not only us, but her. She rocked it all week and everything went super smoothly. So that's a musings for like tomorrow or the next day, because it was actually a really impactful lesson for me to learn. But yesterday, coming back from, our travels at the beginning of the week and kind of diving headfirst back into work, yesterday with our first full day of work, up at 5:30 to yoga, to our habits, to a day full of meetings, I was experiencing that post-vacation blues that some of us experience, right? It's like we go away on this glorious trip and then come back and it's like, shit, now I'm back to reality. I'm experiencing all of these feelings of wanting to be back on vacation. How do I function and how do I get past these feelings and then also shift so that I can be in a positive mind space where I currently am, which is, back to reality. And this is something, as we came back to work this week, everybody was like, oh, are you back into the swing of things? Are you experiencing any sadness, wanting to be back? Because it's a normal feeling, right? A lot of us experience when we go, especially on a very relaxing, enjoyable, in this case, tropical and beachy trip. Coming back from something like that, sometimes it's like a shock to the system. For 7 days, all I did was lie by the pool, soak up the sun's rays, relax, breathe, and reflect. I honestly didn't even read a page of a book until 5 days in. And it was glorious. I was breathing. My chest was not tight. It was fantastic. So, of course, when we kind of go from that extreme to the extreme of, especially an entrepreneurial lifestyle where our days, yesterday night, we sat down to eat at 11 p.m. at night. That's, sometimes typical. So as I was experiencing all these feelings, I allowed myself, I had a few major realizations that I wanted to share with you guys. One, acknowledging and appreciating myself for the fact that this is totally normal. So not being hard on myself or judgmental or come on, Melissa, you own your business. You like what you do. How are you not super stoked to be working right now? Because that's what, my mind is telling me. You love what you do, you're back to reality, this shouldn't even be a big thing for you, why are you feeling so depressed? So instead of having that reaction, being kind with myself, recognizing that yes, I went from one extreme to the other, lying on a beach to a solid 16-hour day of straight meetings and client work and all this, typically fun stuff, the extreme. So from one extreme to the other, being kind with myself and knowing that those feelings were normal. The second realization was I asked for some support, not only from our staff, so from our employees, but I asked for support from a couple friends, especially entrepreneurial friends who often find themselves in the same boat. I reached out to a couple friends, some of my besties that I often ask for advice and feedback, And I reached out to them and I was like, listen, I'm like in complete breakdown, complete meltdown today over the fact that I'm back at work. And yes, granted, work is something I enjoy, but even so, I'm experiencing a lot of emotion, a lot of like, I don't want to be doing this right now. Walk me through it. And so asking for their support and their feedback and their, basically their coaching really helped to shift me. And then also, allowing myself to really feel and evaluate the feelings. So yesterday afternoon, I gave John, I asked him to communicate and relayed how I was feeling to him. And I said, when we were approaching on the plane, I was feeling, approaching San Diego, I was feeling more and more overwhelmed in the sense I didn't want to come back. And that was an alarming feeling to me. It made me really reflect, okay, why? Why am I experiencing that? Because I, of course, want to be happy 100% of the time, and I get to choose the lifestyle I crave for myself, right? As we all do. So it was a good opportunity for me to evaluate, okay, what have I not been liking about our current business? Because I know firsthand that I love real estate. I know firsthand that I love my clients, and I love what I do. I create every day of my life to work around me. What I realized I was not loving was the strenuous work environment that we've been choosing to allow in our life and have been operating at. This level of play that we've been operating at has been incredibly stressful, and we're putting that stress on ourselves. So last night, it became really crystal clear to me that in evaluating, so taking the time to really evaluate the feelings, so not brush them aside or bury them and be like, full steam ahead, Melissa, you're back in the grind, just roll with it and move forward. I reflected on the feelings. I was like, okay, why am I feeling dissatisfied right now? Why am I feeling as though I didn't want to come back to work? Why? And it was around the habits. I completely broke down yesterday as we were eating dinner at 11 o'clock. And I was like, this exact moment is what I'm not loving about the choices that we're making for ourselves. It has nothing to do with the business. I love the business. It has nothing to do with our clients. I love our clients. It has to do with the fact that I'm eating dinner and making that choice to do so at 11 p.m. How backburnered am I with that decision, right? It's business comes first, clients come first, everything on my to-do list came first. I came last. We were eating dinner at 11 o'clock, and that's normal for us. It's completely inappropriate. So it was a fantastic opportunity. The 7 days away gave me an opportunity to reflect and be grateful and really feel the tension leave my chest and be so grateful for the business and how we operate and how we're creating the lifestyle that we want to live. And as we were coming back and as I was approaching San Diego in the plane and feeling that tension coming back, and then yesterday as I kind of had my meltdown, my post-vacation blues meltdown, which is totally normal, and appreciating myself for feeling that way, but allowing myself to reflect on the feeling and to really evaluate what I was dissatisfied with has given me a ton of clarity. And you know what? Today I have eaten meals at normal times with a break. I plan on finishing our evening tonight and eating dinner by 7 p.m. We set that goal for ourselves this morning. We are choosing a different approach and setting realistic expectations with our clients. So our clients haven't been suffering because I took a lunch break. That is not the case. And getting that mentality out of my head has been really important. Instead, setting the expectation for my clients, okay, I'm going to get back to you at 2 p.m. because that's the time that I'm going to be available after eating my lunch like a normal human being. And the client's great, because I've set a realistic expectation on still doing my job effectively, efficiently, and like a rock star. So my realizations in my post-vacation blues were really important ones. And I think they're going to really help us shift into creating some better habits around our work-life balance, which is, as you guys know from these musings, one of my and John's biggest struggles. We are not the normal people who have struggles with getting our shit done. It's completely the opposite. We will literally work ourselves to the bone in getting our shit done and then have zero time for personal life, conversation, anything fun. And so yesterday as we were sitting down to eat at 11 p.m., I started crying and I said to John, this is what I don't like. I said, don't be alarmed that it's anything regarding the business. The fact that we're sitting down at 11 p.m. and our day consisted of 99% work and 1% fun is not okay. So it allowed me to shift. Thank you to my friends who gave me some coaching yesterday. And I encourage you guys, I know in the summer, we do a lot of traveling as a people. It's a time where kids are out of school and, you know, like we're vacationing and visiting friends and family. And sometimes coming back to reality is like, it's a smack of reality, especially when it goes from one relaxing extreme to an extremely stressful one. So I encourage you guys, as you're experiencing these post-vacation blues, to be kind with yourself, to be understanding, to recognize that this is a totally normal feeling, and reflect. Like, give yourself the opportunity, if you are feeling dissatisfaction in coming back to your real life, right? Not vacation life. What is it that is preventing you from being 1,000% happy to come back? Because honestly, that was the first time I've ever experienced flying into San Diego and being like, I'm not 1,000% excited to be here. So it really gave me the opportunity to reflect and like evaluate what exactly it was that I was feeling. Now I'm crystal clear on what I get to improve and what I get to choose to change about my lifestyle. And it's a beautiful thing. So I'm sure that the next time I go on vacation, I will hopefully be experiencing less post-vacation blues. So as you guys travel, just hope that that wisdom kind of comes into play. And please comment or, you know, give me some feedback below. Is this something that you experience? Like, give me a 1, those of you who are watching, if when you come back from vacation, it's like a major dose of reality and you're just like, ugh. Because back when I used to work at Citi, I used to come back from vacation and I used to evaluate, I hate where I live, I hate my job, I hate what I'm currently doing, I feel really unfulfilled. So now it's an incredible feeling to, now that I choose my lifestyle and get to experience everything that I want in life, when I'm experiencing those feelings, it gives me the opportunity to be like, what's off right now? Like, what is not feeling good to me in here? Because that's all that matters. So hope that helps you guys as you travel the rest of the summer. Let me know where you're going, because I love knowing these things and I like to live vicariously through vacations. And the trip that we took has inspired me to hopefully take at least one a year, because we waited far too long to take this first trip together. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Love you. We'll talk soon.